or when they make a conscious decision to go no contact. But estranged children are
Now, in the video, the therapist makes really good points. So go watch her video first to get more context. I would recommend that, especially because she is a therapist. I do not have my degree yet or certification, but here's my 2 cents on this. First of all, children are in the dynamic between a child and a parent are the one that is supposed to be taken care of, and the parent is the one who's supposed to be putting in the work for the relationship. When they're a child, when they're growing up, they're the ones that are supposed to be taking care of them. So immediately when you think of a child who's had to go no contact, you think, oh, what has that parent done to that child to make them want to not talk to their primary caregiver, literally go against our biology in order to save our mental health, or for whatever reason someone chooses to go no contact. Because that's another thing. I can assure you, when people go no contact, it is probably never the first thing we are trying, because there are like multiple different things that therapists or people will recommend that you try before you go no contact. And so I would say like 98% of people probably go through that list or try different things before they decide that they have to go low or no contact in order, because like that's the best the relationship could be. Like, the reason why you're no contact is because having no relationship with them is better than having a relationship, because they're so dysfunctional or whatever that like you can't even like have a conversation about, especially like accountability. Because if someone can't hold themselves accountable and apologize, then it's also like, I saw someone saying like it's hard to forgive someone if they haven't apologized for their behavior, because then what are you really forgiving? But anyway, yeah, it's because like people, they perceive children as being innocent, delicate, pure. They need to be protected. I mean, that's kind of our society, the social safety nets that we at least used to have in other countries have, are to protect children. And because we know that children are the next generation, so if we want to have a nice and a good world to live in, we should take good care of our children growing up. And I think too, when people hear, oh, that an adult went no contact with their child, it's may not garner sympathy as quickly right away, because the parent is the one in the relationship who is always supposed to be doing the work. And honestly, in all of the work I've done, I haven't met a parent yet who's been no contact, and that doesn't mean that they haven't, but I'm just saying that because like I don't have as much experience talking or learning about parents who've gone no contact with their children. The ones I have learned about were cases usually involving drugs and alcohol, and where it was usually a son who had become violent or aggressive in some way with their parents. But yeah, the therapist goes into like, very rarely do I have parents who seem interested in what their children actually really thought of their parenting growing up and how they experienced their parents, because like every child, even if they have the same parent, they're going to experience their parents differently, because, you know, everyone is different and has their own point of view. And every child also, like, even if you give two children like the same exact like boundaries, it's probably not gonna work, because people are different, and that includes children. I think though that's another reason why like most older parents, like, They're not super open-minded to changing or apologizing for past behavior and taking accountability for what they've done that might have harmed their kids, especially if they didn't mean to. There seems to be like this, oh, if I didn't mean to hurt you and I hurt you, then that doesn't mean that, like, I have to apologize. That's not true. You can still hurt someone with the intent not to hurt them. But yeah, basically, like, the therapist is reacting to the video of the women saying, like, why are people seemingly, like, a lot more supportive of children going no contact than parents who go no contact? And I find that really funny, because even when children go no contact, like, we tend to get so much stuff from, like, other people in our lives telling us not to go no contact, and, like, a lot of times people in the family will even, like, other people will cut you off because you've gone no contact with someone. So you end up losing more than just the person you went no contact with. And that doesn't mean it doesn't also happen if you're a parent who goes no contact with a child. But I'm just saying, like, it's not easy either way. And there's no, like, favorites being chosen here. I think people just, like, it's the bias that we have towards children, and not in a bad way, but that they're innocent and that they're good. And so that's why immediately you're going to have that more sympathetic reaction, probably. But also at the same time, like, I've had reactions from people when I've told them about going no contact, and they're not supportive of it, other adults. So I don't really know where she's getting that information from.